Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this edition of What's Happening at Christchurch, August 5th, 2020. I'm Pastor Galen, and I'm delighted to offer this segment of the activities, the events, the information that you need to know as you prepare for this coming week with Sunday coming and some of the other events that are happening beyond Sunday. I'm glad you've joined me this evening. We begin with a devotional, but I want to start tonight with just a little teaser, a question that I want you to think about while I'm talking, and I'll come back to it at the end so that you can chat with me and you can use the live chat feature of YouTube and check in with me. I would appreciate that and enjoy your conversation. So the question for you to think about tonight and discuss with me at the end of tonight's WAC segment is, what summer plans have you either already done or are scheduled to do before school starts? Think about that and let's discuss. Now, to some of the things that I've been working on and writing and creatively thinking through for you. First of all, my coffee mug thought. You know that, I think anyway, you know that I've done what's called my coffee mug thought. And so many times we have coffee mugs that have a saying on them or have a picture or an artwork or something like that. So for the last, oh my gosh, at least 8 years, maybe more, I've been writing little quotes that can perhaps be on a coffee mug. And tonight's my coffee mug thought is, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. That's Psalm 111, verse 10. The love of God is the beginning of compassion. And the strength of God is the beginning of the journey. That's my coffee mug thought for you. I decided to use the first phrase of that for my Sharing the Journey article and devotional for us tonight. So I've entitled my devotional tonight, Wisdom Sense. And the Bible verse from Psalm 111, verse 10 is, as I said, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. I am so happy that our first grandson, Theodore Eames Russell, is newly born in the world. Ha! Woohoo! Yes! Not happy as in woohoo, yes, and I've got a smile on my face because I'm delighted. I am that for sure. I am over the moon without question. But what I mean by happy, it's as in I'm blessed, as in I'm aware of the profound sacredness, the awe and beauty and wonder and fear of life being born, the new beginning, the positive hope in little Teddy. You know, if you've ever seen something being born, like my son Joel saw when little Teddy was born, like I saw the same years ago when Joel was being born, like when the kittens were born in my bed early one Sunday morning when I was 8 years old. If you've ever seen something being born, you know you're in the presence of holiness. You know something about birth has profound wisdom. The psalmist tells us that fear is the beginning of wisdom. Well, you know, friends, that makes very little sense if we use fear as in I'm scared type of fear. But it makes tons of wisdom sense if we use fear as in reverence, as in awe or wonder at sheer beauty, or amazement at gracious power, or a sense of the divine in a 7-pound, 13-ounce, 20.5-inch long little human being. When we feel that kind of fear, we are on the cusp of deep wisdom. It's my hope and my prayer that Teddy's parents and his grandparents and Barb and others It's my hope and prayer that all of us might have numerous opportunities to instill a craving for God's wisdom within Teddy. Never-ending moments of being in awe and reverent wonder of God. May it be so for all of us. Let's pray for a moment. O deep wisdom, may we be filled with an awe, with a reverent sense of wonder, that you may provide for us deep wisdom of your amazing presence and power. In your holy name we pray. Amen. Well, everyone, thank you for joining me tonight. I encourage you to use your live chat feature if you'd like to chat with me, and send me your comments and your questions as I go through this. And of course, think of that one question that I asked you to think about, which is, what summer plans have you done already or are scheduled to do before school starts? Anybody can weigh in on that question. We'd love to hear. Let's get to what's happening at Christchurch this coming Sunday, August 9th. You are invited to an outdoor worship service at our church, and it's going to be in the back of our property at the pavilion. Worship time is 9:30, everybody. So you can come and sit on the grass in your lawn chairs, or sit on the lawn chairs under a canopy, or you can remain in or near your cars as well that are parked in that area, parking spaces that are right at the pavilion area. Of course, the other parking lot areas are available for you to park your cars as well. And friends, we are hoping that for the duration of the summer, worship will begin at 9:30. Now it's going to consistently be at the pavilion, weather permitting. However, I do want you to know that with our current technology, we are currently exploring what it might mean to broadcast worship live, seeing if we can do that. Now, if we can't do that, our worship on YouTube will be available after worship. And as soon as worship is finished, you should be able to find it online. However, Wes and I have chatted today, and we believe there's a good chance that we will be able to broadcast live at 9:30 from the pavilion area. So for those of you watching at home, try to tune in at 9:30. And if you don't get anything, then wait till 10:30 or a few minutes past 10:30, and you should be able to worship at any time after that point at your leisure. We hope that you do come back to our YouTube channel, but try us at 9:30 to see if we're on board at 9:30 for a live broadcast. Now, if weather does not permit, and we know it's going to be a stormy, rainy day like it was yesterday morning at 9:30. Wow, what a storm we had. Lots of water needed, but a lot of damage too from the winds, of course, throughout the eastern part of our state. But if weather does not allow us to worship outside this coming Sunday, you will be encouraged to stay at home to worship and participate and watch in the worship service online from there. Of course, friends, we will try to update you of any changes as soon as we can. And please be sure to check out our Facebook pages, our Facebook group, our website. Go to Realm, go to your email. You should see updates as they are appropriately made. So for this particular Sunday, 9:30, outdoors, weather permitting, and right now the weather looks okay. So I'm counting on it. Now, I've been asked, when will we know if the weather doesn't permit and worship outside is canceled? Great question. We are treating the cancellation of our worship services in the summertime similarly to the way we might have needed to cancel a worship service because of a snowstorm during the wintertime. Hopefully, with an eye on weather radar in the 24-hour to 36-hour period before Sunday morning, we will make a decision made by late Saturday afternoon of any changes, and we will share that update with you by way of Realm again, our website, social media groups and pages, and your email. So as always, friends, please be flexible with us, because sometimes those decisions have to happen on the fly very quickly. We will certainly do our best to ensure that you get the accurate information in a timely way. And of course, if you know people like our elderly loved ones or other people that do not have access to the internet, please reach out to those folks on your own if you wonder if they don't have the proper information. So that's what's happening for this coming Sunday, August 9th. I can tell you that we're going to be doing some wonderful things in worship this coming Sunday. There's going to be streamers and banners flowing. There's going to be a special song sung interspersed in with our liturgy. My sermon title is Sacred Presence, and the Bible verse I'm focusing in on is with Elijah, the prophet, in the mouth of the cave, hearing the sheer silence. And with that, he knows God is present, and he goes to the mouth of the cave, and God speaks to him there. The title is Sacred Presence. So I'm looking forward to offering some remarks about that topic. Now, friends, our summer worship services outside still need ushers. So if you can help out with ushering between August 9th through September 6th, please give Tracy a call in the office or send her an email. You can send her an email at tracyyazzie@etownucc.org. Let her know of your availability to assist during the outdoor worship services of summer. And I said August 9th through September 6th because that's the amount of Sundays that we definitely will be worshiping at 9:30, hopefully outside as our standard. We may have more information coming to you for the following Sunday, which is September 13th, and we typically call that our Spirit Sunday. But we'll let you know what the exact plans are for Spirit Sunday. And if you can usher and help out ushering during the fall months, again, please contact Tracy. Give her a shout at tracyyazzie@etownucc.org. You can message her using Realm. So as I said, we're anticipating worship at the pavilion as our standard until further notice, and weather permitting, of course. Now, friends, faith formation is also happening. And this is an announcement I've made every single time, but I wanted to say it again. If you'd like to participate in the Contemporary Christian Conversation class, it's our faith formation opportunity for adults that's happening on Zoom. It's a live conversation. That happens at Tuesday, August 11th at 8 p.m. So join us, please. The link to that Zoom gathering is in Realm, but it's also on our Christchurch Members and Friends Facebook group. So go to our Facebook page, open up that group, and you will see the link there. And thanks to Jeff McLeod and several others who have offered some leadership for that class. That is wonderful, and I know that it is feeling like, even though you're online, it's a development of a community. So that's a wonderful thing. Hey, do you remember a few months ago, maybe almost 2 months ago, I believe it was, our consistory had a list of names for each consistory member, and they were members of our congregation, and they reached out to those people or found a way to make contact with those people in some way. And that was a wonderful thing. We were connected to one another. Well, we call that neighborhood contacts. And now I am announcing tonight that Neighborhood Contacts 2.0 is happening again. Consistory, again, is reaching out. The members of our consistory are making contacts to as many people in the next couple of weeks. They just want to check in. They want to keep in contact with you, believing that during this pandemic, that is a needed and marvelous thing. And you can feel free to share your thoughts about how life is going for you, about any suggestions you may have for making our ministry more profound and more enriching and more meaningful to you. So when that consistory member checks in with you, please don't hesitate to respond and give them your thoughts. I've mentioned Realm a couple of different times already tonight, and I'd like to encourage you to activate your Realm account. We've said this again and again, but it's really very important. The invitation that was sent out months ago now had about 200, almost 200, not quite, 200 people in invitations to activate Realm. And about not quite 150 have not yet done it. So are you one of those? I encourage you, friends, to please check out the previous weekly word email. And in that weekly word, you'll see an announcement section about Realm. And at the bottom of that announcement, there's a big button. And it's on that button, click to set up your Realm account. That button will take you right away to the sign-in page for Realm. And what we invite you to do is to use your email address that the church has on file for you and use your password. If you forgot your password or you want to change it, hit forget password or forgot password link, and you will receive information and instructions about how to use your password and get a new one started for you. Now, friends, some of you have found that once you've activated the account, you prefer to use Realm Connect app. That's a wonderful thing. You can use that on your iPhone, your iPad for convenience. Realm Connect app may be downloaded from the App Store or from Google Play. Using Realm is a great way to know what's coming up in the life of the church. You can RSVP to meetings. You can say you're not going to meeting, or you can say that you want to look up a file that has been attached for that meeting. You can do all kinds of things. Well, here are the next 10 days meeting and events at Christchurch. Tracy, I think, has just chimed in, and she says, oh, that click to set up your Realm account is for existing users only. Oh, okay. So folks have to click on the link that I send them in an email invitation that she sends. So that tells me that if you have not yet activated your account and you need an invitation to do so, please email Tracy, and she will be able to send you that link, and then you can activate your account. So here are the next 10 days meetings and events. Sunday, of course, worship outside at the pavilion. Monday, 6:30, Bible and Brew. That's also at the pavilion. And the topic is, what's this about yeast? Ann Dinsmore is going to be our leader for that event. Tuesday, 7 o'clock, Social Justice Group is meeting by way of Zoom. Wednesday, it's right back here on our YouTube channel for the latest and the greatest whack job. Oh, I meant whack segment. Did I say job? Thursday, 6:30, Property Committee. We'll be on Zoom most likely, but watch for an email from Dave Wheeler, the chair of Property Commission, to see if that actually will take place or if you will need to meet on Thursday night. Thursday, also at 6:45, Spiritual Council will meet by way of Zoom. And Thursday at 7:30, Consistory will meet. Right now, I believe it's by Zoom, but wait for Steve Stauffer, our president. He will give you the update as to whether or not we do Zoom or we do something else. So that is for sure something that will be verified by Steve. And of course, Sunday, worship at 9:30 at the pavilion on August the 16th. Those are the next 10 days of what's happening in the life of our church on the calendar. I do want to go a little bit further, though, and tell you what's happening for youth ministry at Christchurch. Put this on your calendar, moms, dads, youth, high school and middle school youth. It's a summer youth event, and it's called, are you ready? S'mores and More. What a great title. And guess what we're going to be doing? Yes, you got it. We're going to have a bonfire, and we're going to have s'mores. But we want you to come on August 23rd to Christchurch, the pavilion area, 7 o'clock. And it's going to be from 7 to 8:30 or so. Come already having eaten dinner. Come to play games that lend themselves to social distancing. And, of course, come for s'mores around the campfire at the pavilion. And, oh, come for singing some songs and games around the campfire. That's Sunday night, August 23rd, 7 o'clock. And we'll be socially distanced, and please wear your masks. Now, friends, keep in mind these people in your thoughts. Carol is recovering from cataract surgery and grateful for our prayers. She also celebrated her 85th birthday yesterday. Congratulations and happy birthday to Carol. Mike values our prayers as he is getting more frail, but is holding steady, he tells me. Kay turned 87 years old this past Sunday. We celebrate with Kay. Happy birthday. And this coming Sunday, August 9th, Nancy will turn 86. So happy birthday to Nancy. Rich continues his recovery from an infection in his foot, and hopefully he has hopes that the cast will come off in a week and a half or so. Please keep in mind Jamie in your prayer. He is on hospice care, and his wife Kay as well. They both value our prayers. Lynn, I believe, is still in Lancaster General Hospital for her procedure that went well, and she is in good spirits. She's awaiting results for the lymphoma diagnosis that she has. Oh my gosh, friends, we celebrate with Jim, who turned 99 years old this past Sunday. And Sue values our thoughts and prayers as she goes through her treatment for cancer. We keep Sue in our prayers. And as you know, I say it all the time, there are people who have offered their concerns to me, and they ask that they be remaining private and are not shared. But they value the fact that we are praying for them. God knows who they are. So that's what's happening in the life of our church, friends. That's the joys and concerns list that we celebrate and we lift in prayer for tonight. Now, back to my original question for you, and we'll spend the remaining of our time tonight talking about this question. What summer plans have you done or already done or are scheduled to do before school starts? Anyone have an answer to that question? Tracy, you are online earlier. Do you answer to that question? And while she's thinking about the answer, do come in, everybody. Use the live chat. Let us know what your thoughts are and what you're planning to do. Joanne Carroll, thank you for checking in, Joanne. You probably can see this, but let me say it. From June 30 to July 5th, she traveled to Providence, Rhode Island, Bangor, Maine, Millinocket, Maine, and High Bridge, New Jersey. That sounds like an amazing trip. Thanks, Joanne, for sharing that. As you know, I took a week of vacation on June 28th after worship until Tuesday, July 7th. I didn't go anywhere. I went to my basement and I worked on my main project over the summer. I got a lot of work done on it. It's a huge, almost 91-inch cabinet in height. It's a broom closet that I'm attempting to match our current cabinet and what it looks like. I've come close, but you can tell it's a little different because I'm not the professional cabinet maker. However, those cabinets made by professionals are made with a lot of big machines that I don't have access to. So a lot of it was manually done with hard handheld labor. So I'm actually on the phase of one final sanding and coat of paint. Let it dry and bring it upstairs already and install it. So that's where I'm at with that. I haven't taken any other vacation yet this year. Barb and I, however, are looking forward to taking a small vacation on the Labor Day weekend time frame to get away for a bit on our anniversary weekend. What else are you folks doing out there? We have about 5 minutes left. Who's doing anything this coming summer before the end? I was telling Tracy today, I wish that I could be somehow in the ocean, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Oh, and by the way, We haven't yet seen little baby Teddy yet. Our hope is very soon, maybe Monday night, maybe. That's still in process of getting figured out with family schedules. So we're in definite conversation for that possibility to happen. I also will invite your questions for what's happening at church, any questions you have about some of the announcements that we're making. I also am encouraged by the neat things that are happening in our worship services that are coming up. We are hopeful that September 13th, by the way, September 13th is, again, I've told you, Spirit Sunday. But that Sunday will already have a theme on it, and it's going to be a theme that's called No Matter Who You Are, ... And that theme will focus on some social justice concerns that our social justice group and our worship teams will collaborate together on. I also want to encourage you that our stewardship program will be kicking off around the 13th of September. And I'm not remembering exactly the wording for the theme that we will be zeroing in on, but I know it starts out with the words Vision 2020, picking up on the idea that 2020 is the year that we are in, but 2020 vision is clear vision. And we will be looking at the many ways and opportunities that we have at Christchurch to do some creative things, unique things, wonderful things that are supported by your pledges and your continued support financially of Christchurch's ministry. So stay tuned for a very exciting and invigorating theme for our stewardship program coming up in the fall of the year, starting in September. Well, no one else is chiming in just yet. We had, looks like, 9 viewers on board with us today, and we're hopeful that others will view this at their leisure. Just a quick synopsis, friends. Remember, worship is at the pavilion at 9:30 this coming Sunday, and we believe we will be able to broadcast live at 9:30. So please, if you want to worship live with us at 9:30, check in. If it doesn't come in, and for whatever reason you'll see that we're not up and running because of technology reasons, we will pre-record that worship service and have it available for you as soon as it completes around 10:30, and then you can watch it at any time you like. Come back to this station often. Well, friends, I am going to sign off tonight. I wish you well. I wish you the opportunity to see God's sacred presence. If you have fear of God in the awe and wonder sort of way, you'll see God all around you. And that fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Have wisdom sense. May God bless you and keep you tonight. May God's Spirit guide you with wisdom that is profound and deep. Good night, everyone. See you online or see you at the pavilion this coming Sunday.